UFC sports. It's in the game.
Down, try to keep me down, but I'll put the flame out, you can't get to me. Throw your sticks and your stones, go break all of my bones. You won't ache my soul, you can't get to me. And there is no barricade that I can tear away. Shoot me down, but fire away, away. But I'm a heavyweight.
and we and there. And we are live once again on the third day of the Stream-A-Thon. It is EA UFC 5. I've set up a match card, the first since November 2025 I last played this game. I've set up the match card, the cards all on Instagram. Make sure to check that out, Kira Slay. Make sure to check out at Muse's Little Bitch, which is my Twitter. Make sure to check out both my YouTube and my Twitch, which is goddess_Kira. And third day of the Stream-A-Thon. And of course, we did Bubsy Perfect Collection last night. We did a pretty decent showing. We showed off that god-fucking awful Bubsy animated cartoon, which I highly recommend not watching it. But if you do want to watch it, it is available on my Twitch channel. You just got to skip to a certain point in the stream. Yes, all 6 wonderful hours. And of course, if you really do not want to circle jerk through my content, you can go and check it on YouTube, because it is there. Anyway, with all that being said, all the promotion being done, make sure to like, make sure to follow, more importantly, on my Twitch. Make sure to follow me on my platforms for upcoming schedules, for upcoming streams, all that shit. And with that, I will be continuing on with commentary, because I'm going to be doing EA UFC 5. But I will put the audio just a bit up. Here we go, let's go to the event creator. We'll go to manage events first off. As you can see, I've done quite a few. UFC 1, headlined by Ronda Rousey against Amanda Nunes, the UFC Bantamweight Women's Championship on the line. UFC 2, John Jones against Leon Edwards. UFC 3 TKO, headlined by Dana White against Vince McMahon. UFC 4, headlined by Amanda Nunes and Valentina Shevchenko. UK UFC, headlined by John Jones and Tom Aspinall. Christmas special UFC, which was November. Chuck Liddell against Cyril Gane for the UFC World Heavyweight Championship. And UFC 5, The Return, the event we're doing tonight, headlined by Quinton Rampage Jackson facing the UFC World Heavyweight Champion Chuck the Iceman Liddell. Here's all the card. I've done it 11 straight fights live in the O2 Arena in London. And we start off with A Cross versus M Hughes. We've got Tom Aspinall against John Jones, a rematch from one of the earlier PLEs we did. Cain Velasquez versus Daniel Cormier, a number 1 contenders match for the UFC World Heavyweight Championship. A featherweight clash of the ages. Conor McGregor against Alexander the Great Volkanovski. And this is just the undercard. And the main event of the undercard, a open weight clash of titans. T. Hughes against A. Livingstone. Heading on into the main card, we have Leon Edwards facing a uphill battle. He will face one of the greatest UFC welterweights of all time, Canada's favourite son, George Rush St. Pierre, heading on, which will be a number 1 contenders match to potentially face off for the UFC Welterweight Championship of the World. And the UFC Welterweight Championship is on the line. It's Tyron Woodley defending... Tyron Woodley against, another UFC icon, Hall of Famer, Matt Hughes. Heading on into the UFC Middleweight Championship, it is the champion Chimaev against the challenger Akhmedov. I'm sorry for that butchering of those names. Heading on into the final 3 matches, it is the UFC Bantamweight Women's Championship on the line. It's Kayla Harrison coming up against the champion Amanda Nunes. And the co-main event, it is the UFC Light Heavyweight Championship of the World on the line. Israel Adesanya against Tito Ortiz. And the main event, a rematch from Pride FC, going back a few number of years ago in a tournament. It is the Iceman, Chuck Liddell, Hall of Famer, against Quinton Rampage Jackson, and it is for the UFC World Heavyweight Championship. The champion Liddell, the challenger Jackson. So let's head on into our first little event. Start the event. And for this one, I kind of want to just give it to the computer. I want to see who's going to win. But in reality, I think I know who I'm going to pick. And it is very one-sided. So let's go.
Alright, now for the particulars, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Butcher. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, El Terrible. You ready to fight?
So here we go.
Wow, what a splash the UFC makes every time we come to the United Kingdom.
UFC
live in London.
Cross versus Hughes.
Within 5 minutes of them going on sale.
This match is the undercard. Just created these literally in the early hours of the morning. 3 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Herb Dean, the referee. Daniel Cormier as commentary. Bruce Buffer, ring announcer, all that jazz.
Big left hand there inside.
course, the reason why these lot are in London, UK is because they... I like to think in universe they just said, we're not going to America, get fucked. But the next card will be in America, so... Tough shit on Hughes. Oh, and a head kick! Nice head kick by Hughes. Dominating on Cross at the moment. Nice punch. This is deeply personal right here. Right on the prime bottle. Could be a submission coming off here. On for that. An arm triangle coming up. Cross. Oh, Cross. He's gone bright red there. Get up. Of course, these two. No experience in the UFC. Their first fight together. But a rivalry deep rooted. You can see Cross, he's bloody on his stomach and his body just perspirating blood.
Nice jab. Oh, brutal leg kicks to that lead leg. Those are going to start to add up.
Jab there by Cross, but the blood is spewing and the sweat is pouring. Head kick, knee by Cross. And Cross tries with the kick, but the punches by Hughes dominating at the moment. A nice head kick.
It's unbelievable to watch somebody make kicking the base of their fighting style. He has shown us that it's possible.
That's 30 seconds still to go in round number 1. Oh, it is over. A vicious round head kick.
I mean, you gotta be kidding me. Everybody here inside this arena digesting what they just saw. That is not a TKO, folks. That is a
Hughes with the head kick on Cross.
I mean, just wow. What a
Look at this. Boom. Doesn't matter who you are, how many experience you've got. Eventually you just can't take that many kicks to the side of the head before you do crash to the mat.
Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean is going to stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 33 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Butcher!
There they are, the winner.
Probably keep that smile while he's sleeping tonight after what he's
M. Hughes.
He's going to be smiling for a really long time. Get a knockout like that. Not only
Their first win in the Octagon.
most times walk away with a $50,000.
Who knows, maybe they'll make a WWE debut at some time. There's the stats, as you can see. Pretty one-sided in terms of knockdown, significant strikes, total strikes, and overall control. But there we go, the first match. 4 minutes, 33 seconds of the very first round. TKO victory for M. Hughes. Could have been a submission. Could have very much been a submission. But here is the replay, courtesy of UFC 5, EA Sports. A vicious head kick to the side of A. Cross's head. I'm sure M. Hughes isn't the first person to be wanting to do that. Here it is again. Vicious kick. You can see the blood all over the body. You can see the welt on the head of Hughes. And, oh, just crumpled legs going everywhere. It's going to be quite a while before A-Cross gets back into the octagon. Anyway, second match on the undercard. It is a match that very much could have happened in real life, but never did, thanks to John Jones's retirement and relinquishing of the UFC World Heavyweight Championship. It is John Jones coming out of retirement, the former UFC heavyweight and light heavyweight champion, against the UK's Tom Aspinall. There he is, John Bones Jones. He's dominant in the octagon, he's less dominant outside of the octagon. A litany of DUIs and dodgy track record. But of course, a former UFC heavyweight and light heavyweight champion of the world. Had some amazing fights with the likes of Cyril Gane, Stipe Miocic, Daniel Cormier, to name but a few. And of course, this is his first fight since relinquishing the UFC World Heavyweight Championship. His last fight coming against Cyril Gane. One of the greatest to ever step foot in the octagon. And his opponent, what many could describe as a future world champion in the sport of mixed martial arts. He very much could have had that opportunity if John Jones didn't do a John Jones and pull out and retire. Manchester, England's own Tom Aspinall.
And that's really the big challenge for the opposition here tonight. Power to be sure on the other side.
On victories over the likes of Cyril Gane, Stipe Miocic.
Everything else that he presents and poses on the field.
Of course, he's got that black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Former UFC World Heavyweight Champion on this game at least, not in the real world as of yet. Very much still could be. And there's the tail of the tape. You can see the age difference goes to John Jones, the height difference goes to Aspinall, as well as weight and reach. And this is just on the undercard, ladies and gentlemen. This is big.
This fight is 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the former UFC light heavyweight champion and the former UFC heavyweight champion, John Bones Jones.
John Bones Jones.
Fighting out of the red corner, Tom Aspinall.
Against Tom Aspinall. Of course, the referee Herb Dean. Oh, nice little bit of action there. Nice knee. Just turn that back up a bit. Trust me, it will help for the main event.
75 when the UFC first came.
Hopefully you can still hear my voice.
25 shows in the United Kingdom, but a few markets as well.
Oh, vicious head kick there by John
And
Jones.
the moment you saw guys
Of course,
like
Aspinall
Michael
can hit
Bisping
with kicks
start
just
to
as well.
fight in the UFC, he seemed as though he was alone. Now there are a number of English fighters who dreamed of headlining this arena. Oh, nice
Oh, and
combination.
Aspinall. Of course, this isn't.
Aspinall
Jones.
goes for the leg
Oh,
kick.
first
Misses.
fight in
Straight punch.
3 years.
All right, no surprise to see Johnny Bones Jones open with some of those long-range weapons and finding
Oh, when
some early
Aspinall
success in
just
this.
chopping
That's exactly
down
what he does.
John Jones,
He
but
throws the front
John
kick to
Jones
the
nice.
leg, and he throws those
On the
lead kicks
kick
to the
down.
body. He's long, 6'4" for the weight class, and he has learned
Oh,
fast
vicious
quickly
kick.
how to fight
John Jones well known for
with
his
his
kicks.
height and his range. All those
Accomplished
long-range weapons are
kickboxer.
John Jones' calling card.
Both fighters exchange
He's
in
not
the
just a
pocket here.
kickboxer, he's well averse in
He needs to get on his
boxing
bicycle,
and
John.
wrestling,
He
and
needs to get into space so that he doesn't get finished.
he hasn't just won. He didn't win the UFC world title and light heavyweight
Jones
title
is
for
bleeding
nothing.
now. Yes, looks as though he got cut by one of those
Despite his,
offerings from his opponent. Well, no denying that he rocked him, but
Status outside of the octagon, shall we say. Oh!
he is
Aspinall
stunned.
taking it to John Jones, giving as much as he takes.
Back to his feet.
Oh, nice kick. You see the blood already on the knee of Aspinall. That vicious knee by Jones just rocking Tom Aspinall.
Oh, big head kick there. Oh,
But Aspinall is giving Jones just as much.
and again.
The left and the right and the well.
Now a head kick to boot.
Oh, and a vicious knee.
Not sure how many more of these his opponent can take.
Just how many knees can Tom Aspinall take? How durable is the chin? But how durable is the chin of Jones as well?
For the takedown now, he's able to get it. Beautiful entry there, and a wise move given how things were playing out on the ground.
It's a vicious kick. Oh, and Aspinall's got Jones. He's got him ready. Going into the half guard.
Half guard shape. Aspinall's
Going for a
choke.
triangle.
Oh my goodness, I think he might have it.
Getting his arms wrapped around.
Oh, that's gotta be it.
Is he going to make... Oh, he's close to making a tap out.
To get his chest back flat on the mat and defend that arm triangle. Unbelievable.
All right, that's the end of the round. You see the fighters got
And that
cut
is
on his
round
lip,
one.
not necessarily cut man in there quickly to try to shore it up.
You can see the highlights
All
right
right, let
here.
us show you the highlights now
It has
from
been
that
non-stop
previous
chaotic. The
round,
knee
of which there were
of
a
John
lot,
Jones
including the
just
strike that we
connecting
believe
flush
was
on the
one that
chin.
opened up his lip.
He opened up
Onto
a cut
Tom
on the lip.
Aspinall, and
It's bleeding pretty good. It's not in a horrible spot though.
if you were less
It will hurt whenever
experienced,
he
you
gets
may as
punched
well
on
have
the
went
lip
down from
again.
one
But it's
vicious
not under the
knee
eye, it's not on the brow.
from the former UFC
It's just gotta be a
heavyweight
little
champion
more
of the
careful.
world.
And he told us right there, his opponent's robbing.
Oh, no. Vicious. This is just vicious at this point. Both are throwing haymakers and it's over.
I mean, you gotta be kidding me with that knockout. If that is not the #1 play on SportsCenter tonight, I'm not sure what would top it. One of the best knockouts we've seen all year.
In a very long time. I have not seen someone look
Oh,
this good.
the
He
vicious
promised us something and he
jab. A
delivered with
boxing
that
straight
beautiful
jab by Tom Aspinall to knock John Jones flush. Oh. Jones crumpled.
Bruce Buffer now with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 26 seconds of round
See the
number
bruises
2.
and the cuts.
Declaring the winner by knockout, Tom
And Tom Aspinall
Well, he's smiling ear to ear, and why
defeats
not after a knockout?
Whoa.
like this, and then
in
the party after,
Johnny Bones
where you and
Jones.
all your coaches
26
celebrate
seconds into
great
round
handling.
number 2. Of course, it was back and forth, back and forth. Both of them not wanting to fall too easily. Knees right to the head in the chin of Aspinall. And we go on to our next match, a #1 contenders match for the UFC World Heavyweight Championship. It is Cain Velasquez against DC Daniel Cormier. And I might leave this continue. Here we go, first match that I'm actually just leaving to the computer. Cain Velasquez and Daniel Cormier. And here he is, DC.
Right, here he is, folks, a man who needs no introduction to this fan base. Underrated in the looks department, by the way, a man who has won a title in every promotion in which he has competed, the UFC Hall of Famer, Daniel Cormier.
John Anik, if looks could kill, Daniel Cormier would be America's most wanted. But ultimately, it's about fighting, and this dude can fight.
A former UFC heavyweight champion of the world.
To a double champion of the UFC. He possesses all the skill in the world. And tonight, once again, he tries to get his hand
commentator.
raised. What a phenomenal fighter. And got a model body, too.
Good body, great smile. 2018, as many of you know, was the year of Daniel Cormier. You can argue his win over Stipe-Miocic to wrest away the heavyweight title is the singular biggest win in mixed
legendary
martial
fight
arts
for
history.
Stipe-Miocic and, of course, John
We'll see how he
Jones.
handles this heavyweight challenge.
Big DC. Back into the octagon.
Right, here he is, your teammate, the former UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Cain Velasquez. And a lot of people ask what could have been had he been able to stay healthy. No denying his status, though, as one of the best heavyweights we've ever seen.
It's unbelievable that you consider him one of the greatest of all time, even though he's missed about 4
Here he
years.
is, Cain Velasquez.
But when you look back to the Junior Dos Santos trilogy, getting knocked out in the first round, losing his heavyweight championship, to dominating him over the course of 10 rounds, is
The man
unreal to
who
watch.
ended
the cardio, the pace, the pressure, the
the
crispness, the
UFC
tightness,
world title
and
streak
the
of
accuracy
Brock
that Cain possesses in his
Lesnar.
striking was truly amazing. No wasted energy. The Antonio
And also a man who would go on to face Brock Lesnar in WWE, losing.
Masterclass in striking.
Yes.
With Cain finishing him in 1 round.
Hall of Famer in his own right, in some ways, Cain Velasquez. Don't think he's actually been inducted yet, but he very much should be.
And now our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight.
Here we go. Battle of the elderly, you could say, or at least old in MMA
Ladies and gentlemen, this is
circumstances.
the co-main event of the evening. This fight is 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is the former UFC light heavyweight champion, the former UFC heavyweight champion, and the member of the UFC Hall of Fame, Daniel D.C. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the former UFC heavyweight champion, Cain Velasquez.
Cain Velasquez, Daniel Cormier, #1 contenders
All right, so here we are at the O2 Arena in
to
London,
face
England.
Chuck
And
Liddell.
for my money, this is as good a mixed martial arts backdrop as we have in other capacity crowd out
Oh, Cain Velasquez already in a Superman punch. Oh, and Velasquez already down. Oh, and Cormier takes Velasquez down.
Inside the closed guard now.
I mean, he
The
went
close
right
guard.
into his full guard. What does he do to try to advance
Oh,
himself
we're into
to give
the
him more of an advantage on the mat?
Into the Pornhub position.
Postures up. Ooh, and he
Nice little
lands a
posture.
brutal
Oh, he's
strike to
raining
the head.
ground and pound.
He's got to start throwing down.
Man, he's killing it.
Oh, and
Another strike
vicious,
gets
the
through.
vicious strikes to the head of
Ben, great
Cain
job
Velasquez.
finding a way out, finding an escape to get back to your feet.
Oh, and a vicious Cain Velasquez is just getting rocked.
Cormier's cut above the eye now for
It's
that
been
strike,
all
so we'll see
Daniel Cormier
how
at
the
this
fighter
moment.
deals with that definite adversity now.
Now Cain Velasquez has Daniel Cormier into
Big ground and pound.
the ground and pound position.
Pretty
They're
good work with the ground
fighting
and pound here by Velasquez. And there it is.
Several
another
years for
strike
both of these
gets
men.
through on the ground. Well, not good body language from his opponent here, DC. He's curled up.
No, he's exhausted. He's been beaten.
Even squares at the moment here in round number 1, heading into 1 minute.
Under 2 minutes to go. All right, working inside the closed
Both
guard
men
now.
just
This is
rolling
no safe
around
place against this opponent.
on the canvas,
Great time.
straight into the takedown.
Yeah, he's in half guard here.
All right, late round action here, and it has been the wrestling game of the former two-time United States Olympian Daniel Cormier. I mean, he looked good in there.
Now he's looking
Oh,
for
we've got a
the
submission
right
going on.
on the opposite
Choke.
side. When he goes to finish,
He's got the choke. He's got it
When he goes to
sucked
finish,
in.
He has to pass his body all the way to the opposite side, drop his
And
chest to get enough pressure.
Cormier just lets go of Cain Velasquez.
Yeah, smart adjustment. Yep.
Drops down inside the now closed guard of his
Of
opponent.
Let's see
Cormier
how
well
patient he is as he attacks a
well
submission
equipped
or
on the
pin.
ground, NCAA champion,
Cormier's
similar to
right
Brock
back to the
Lesnar.
Nice positional control here.
So ground and pound.
Well, as usual, suffocating
You can
work
see the
from top
blood
here by DC. Round 2 straight ahead.
All over, and
Heading back to the corner now
the
after that
octagon, and we
round.
head into round
Cormier's
number
bleeding
2.
from the forehead here a bit. Hopefully they can get that under control so it doesn't trickle down into his eyes in the next round.
Yeah, also make sure to tune in
All right, so there's the
tomorrow
horn signifying the end
to
of the round.
stream number
Had a
4
knockdown there, but not a knockout.
No, it wasn't a
of the
knockout, but you can't take
Stream-A-Thon,
those shots.
The
That
Witcher
big punch
3
landed, and it
Wild
sat
Hunt.
him down. If he gets hit with another one of those, it might be good night, Irene.
Straight down goes Cain Velasquez, both trying to think the same move. A Chuck Liddell-esque jab,
5 minutes down.
but
Here
Daniel
we go.
Cormier
Round 2.
connects.
Cain Velasquez. And who's
And
that?
Cain
Good
went
looking
down.
guy, Daniel Cormier.
So far, if this was to go to decision, I'd
The
be
single leg takedown, well played.
saying that it would go to Daniel Cormier.
Oh, lands with the ground and pound strike.
Even more so with the
Very
ground
accurate
game.
in the ground and pound, and it's showing because he's landing so consistently.
Cormier going to work here from guard and doing a pretty good job, I might add.
Both them. They're up. Here we go again. Oh. Cormier going low now, taking out the leg.
Lands a shot to the leg.
Cain getting revenge. Both men thinking jab. Oh, and this time Cain connects.
Fights as we expect. He's got the single collar tie.
So close.
Punch from the clinch by Velasquez.
And now Cain Velasquez.
Actually attacking the takedowns off of his punches.
You can just see
All right, so now we start to
the
see some bruising appearing on
the
the torso and all
bruise
of that courtesy
over
of
the
body work
the
of his
brow
opponent.
of
Just
Daniel
the
Cormier.
wherewithal to go to the body and the discipline to stay with that approach. I mean, it's just tremendous. You see a fighter with a high fight IQ,
DC
following the game
right
plan,
into the top
and it's
to
working.
the top mound.
Side control now.
Cain Velasquez trying to get out of this
Cormier's back
situation.
inside control.
Cormier in total control.
You have to be so well-rounded once you get to the top of these.
Cormier's going for that arm triangle. Let's see if
Arm
he has it.
triangle.
Oh, looks like he's got that arm pinned in the triangle now.
Very much similar to a Kimura lock. In some respects, you want to get that arm right over. He's got it. Cain Velasquez just breaks out.
Got his hips up in the air, uses momentum to take him back towards his opponent's feet. Chest down to the mat to get out of that deep submission.
Cormier now just ground and pound.
Some serious ground and pound here, DC. He's not just staying busy for the sake of staying busy. These strikes are doing damage.
Oh yeah, no pity pat to this guy. This guy's trying to land. He's trying to land effective strikes. In the half guard.
Continuing on with the ground game and all Daniel Cormier.
That was nice.
Of course, the next UFC event will be. It's also in March that I'm doing another one, so I'd have to set up the card. But at the moment, the main event could be Daniel Cormier against Chuck Liddell.
Side control now.
Unless Cain Velasquez wants to say a thing or two about it.
15 seconds remain in the round.
Been all DC. As we head into round number 3.
All right, round 3 coming up next.
You're being controlled on the ground here. He gets the takedown. I need you to put your feet on his hips immediately and push off. Don't rest until you're back up on your feet.
You can see it's been relatively average on the
All right, so there's the horn.
standings
it's the end of the round, and
wise. It's been Cain Velasquez, and to the, as they go into takedowns, it's been all Daniel Cormier on the ground game.
He did it all the right way.
And here we go, round number 3.
To the finish before he can try to sprawl and respond. He's a step behind. If he's going to stop these takedowns,
5-minute rounds. Oh, and a vicious move there by DC. But Cain responds.
He gets to the single cover time. Look for him to wear on his opponent by pulling the head down.
Oh, and a Superman punch.
Oh, he's hurt bad.
Roman Reigns would be proud of that one. And a vicious jab. And another jab. Cormier just got uppercut.
Oh, he's in a world of trouble now.
Big right hand.
Down goes Cormier.
Oh, and he's able to land a strike there from the bottom. Nicely done by DC.
Cormier now on the ground usually in control when he's on the ground, but now it's gone to Cain Velasquez, and Velasquez holding down Cormier.
Out of side control. Oh, nice combination of ground and pound here by Cain Velasquez.
You can just see the cuts and the welts over the face of DC.
And now he's in side control.
But to me, I'd definitely say that Cormier's done a lot more over the course of this fight than Cain Velasquez. And interesting position right there. It's a rear naked choke.
Oh, he's got him in a choke here.
Oh, looks like he might get the finish
He's
here.
strangling, and it's a tap out. Daniel Cormier will challenge Chuck Liddell for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Submission, no less.
He said he was going to get it done by submission. To watch an athlete call the shot.
You can just see the takedown.
He should be very proud.
Cain thought he was all in control, but Daniel Cormier finds a way on the ground, rear naked choke, and a tap out.
Submission game that you cannot lay in his guard. He's so skilled, he's so tricky, and he's so good at weaving a
Daniel
web that gets you lost in it.
Cormier.
That's what made him pay for it tonight and got the submission victory.
All right, we go back inside the octagon to the veteran voice once more. He is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 4 seconds of the 3rd round. Declaring the winner by submission due to a rear naked choke, Daniel D.C. Cormier.
DC could be WHC at UFC 7 because it's him and Chuck Liddell in the main event of the next UFC PLE. Alright, next match. It is the penultimate match on the undercard. Featherweight match of the ages, some could say. Alexander the Great Volkanovski against the notorious Conor McGregor. Here comes the former UFC double champion,
Star power, there is just nothing.
potential Irish president.
Conor McGregor fight, and I would even take it a step further in terms of professional sports. Nothing like a Conor McGregor fight.
No, Conor McGregor has
Drug abuser, alcohol consumer,
phenomenon. This guy draws people's attention.
the big time when it comes to the money. Legendary fights with Jose Aldo, Nate Diaz, Floyd Money Mayweather, and Khabib Nurmagomedov. When Conor's on, the UFC pay-per-views go up, buy rates go insane. But this is Conor's first fight in quite a while, but in this game and in real life, last fought Dustin Poirier in a loss. And there's the signature Vince McMahon strut.
So here he is, the UFC featherweight champion, Alexander Volkanovski.
And what I'd love from a UFC game, if EA are going to do another one, is more arenas. Like pick, like the Australia one. Australia would be a good one. Just more arenas would be nice. Even Tokyo Dome, I'd love a Japan stadium in the next one. Here he comes, UFC featherweight champion, I think, in real life. Alexander the Great Volkanovski against the notorious Conor McGregor. Of course, this isn't a featherweight title match. This very much could be considered a dream match. You can see Volkanovski 10 years elder.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of the evening. This fight is 5 rounds in the UFC featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, the notorious Conor McGregor! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Alexander the Great Volkanovski!
Alexander Volkanovski, Conor McGregor.
All right, so Conor McGregor is back tonight with much fanfare. His appetite and his competitive spirit for mixed martial arts competition remains. And for Alexander Volkanovski, you only get the shot once.
Volkanovski taking it right to McGregor.
To get it done tonight. You got to take advantage
vicious kick.
But Conor McGregor is more than a marquee matchup. He is a former double champ.
This would be a big upset if McGregor can get a win over the UFC featherweight champion. Might put him in contention for a future heavyweight title shot.
Alright, so perhaps he's going to have to address something defensively. There is
Cut over the eye of McGregor.
Yeah, he got cut on the eye from that last strike. He got the flying knee edge to the head. Oh, nice body shot.
McGregor trying to take the John Jones
He took that whole kick.
strategy of knees. Volkanovski not having any of that.
Under 3 minutes now to go in what has been a very fast-paced opening round.
Oh, what was that? McGregor.
Oh, McGregor's going for an
Armbar.
You gotta be kidding me. How did he get out?
He just stayed calm. He was able to withstand the fire. Now he finds himself out and safe.
Of course, Volkanovski, he needs to ride the storm of the notorious Conor McGregor. He can choose his spot, whether to annihilate McGregor. Oh, rear naked choke. Oh, right, triangle.
He got out. Great job
Got into the triangle.
by the fighter.
Just holding on to McGregor.
Oh, looked pretty tight, but he gives up on the submission. Constantly a moving target. Volkanovski gets back up.
Oh, and a kick. Flush right on Volkanovski's head, and Volkanovski responds.
The diving punch lands flush to the head. And again, big shots landed by him now. Final seconds here of round one. On his back now, he's
Onto the
looking for
choke.
rear naked choke.
Trying to...
and there's
Oh, and McGregor saved by the bell.
He was nearly caught in a submission there right at the end of the round. Saved by the bell. So back to the stool. Mentally probably not in a great place.
Look at the eyes of McGregor.
And get himself back into this fight. All right, there's the end of the round. We'll show you some of the highlights. It must feel pretty damn good knocking a man down like that.
It feels good to knock a man down.
Both
And
men
times
just
you don't even feel
going
it.
haymakers.
It's the ones that you don't even recognize that landed hard are the
Fuck
ones that
defense.
usually put your opponent out. It landed right on the sweet spot, and he hurt his opponent very badly.
Head kick, straight flush.
All right, here we go. Round two. It is Alexander Volkanovski versus Conor McGregor. All right, so here we go. The crowd on its feet as this next round gets underway. You saw in the previous.
Get down. Doing your little rolling kick.
All right, half
To the
guard
half
position
guard,
for him
full
here. I
mount.
can hear Dominic Cruz in the back of my head just screaming about it.
Right now, it looks like he may be trying to set up an arm triangle choke. He needs to secure the left
Arm triangle.
push it across, and secure it with his head.
Oh, he's trying to butt the hips. Looked like he got the hand ready to tap.
I mean, look at that. What a beautiful display of position.
Oh.
In a position that is very, very difficult to deal with.
Well, this is absolutely the hurt business. It's hard to see which party is more injured, but I think both fighters have been really effective with their strikes in this one.
Yeah, both guys have been affected. Both guys.
Oh, and McGregor is draw.
Alexander Volkanovski.
Jeez Louise.
Look at this head kick. Boom. Right on the chin. matter who you are, you're still going to go down to one of them. And Alexander the Great Volkanovski with the win.
The official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 33 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout, Alexander the Great Volkanovski!
Also, I'd like to see in the next game if fights can end by ref stoppage, such as injuries, even getting disqualified and stuff like that.
Now this dude is the total package.
He's the total package. I don't know many fighters that are better or can compete with Alexander Volkanovski. He seems to be spreading himself from the pack.
All right, main event of the undercard. T. Hughes against A. Livingstone. Here we go. The ghost has arrived. Making his UFC debut.
So this young fighter making the walk here tonight, and he's a very entertaining fighter. He's very adept at staying in the pocket while avoiding significant damage coming back. Certainly, he's made a
good
career
cardio.
of frustrating opponents.
Look at him.
Stays relaxed in there, leans on the defense, and uses that defensive movement.
If the cardio is going to McDonald's every time.
Counter beautifully, really more of a counter striker offensively. But his defense will wow you, even when the opposition feels like they have him in range. More often than not, they miss and
yet to see his
land less
opponent.
than 25% of their significant strike attempts.
This could either go the distance or could be over in seconds. Preferably, I'd like it to either be in seconds or go the distance. I don't think it'll go the distance, but two UFC debutants. There he is, T. Hughes. The gym, what they lack in the gym, they could make up in heart. Let's see who's going to win on their UFC debut.
Hard tail of the tape for this heavyweight fight. Now to get us started, the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of
The main event of the undercard.
This fight is 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, the Ghost. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Diesel.
Herb Dean is your referee. He's the third man in the Octagon tonight. All right, so the UFC is back at the O2 Arena here in London, England. The adult beverages are flowing, and we're going to feed off this one.
Oh, Hughes on Livingstone.
Oh, and he escapes up to his feet. Very nice.
Oh, high kick.
Oh, big left hook there.
Oh, straight down.
Nice crack there.
This has been all Hughes. Oh, and Hughes.
knockout from which to
Livingstone is
recover
down.
Massive win for this young fighter. He got the knockout victory. What a performance.
Great jab.
Let's get it inside the octagon where Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Deans called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 16 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Diesel!
All right, so there he is, the man of the hour. What a massive knockout for him to get this win in style tonight.
He did everything he needed to do to find the knockout. Now he can
Big win there on his UFC
as they
debut.
turn this
He has a hell of a
spectacular
future going for him. T. Hughes has beat A. Livingstone. C5, the return. It is Leon Edwards against George Rush St. Pierre. #1 contenders for the welterweight title. Currently held by Matt Hughes. There is GSP in the traditional
He's the most prolific takedown artist on paper in UFC history, despite not having any amateur wrestling chops to speak of. This is the man who, at least in my mind, turned the MMA takedown into a thing.
Yes, he did. He made it all look so smooth and so great. But it was the striking of George St. Pierre that was so good that made you have to be on awareness the whole time. So as the hands flew up, George St. Pierre had the timing.
Legendary welterweight champion.
One of the first guys that was truly able to do everything. Before we had specialists, and then
would go on to defeat Matt Hughes.
GSP George St. Pierre steps inside the octagon and is ready to fight.
And here he comes. Birmingham's own.
Well, pretty much every time out in the UFC, DC, this man has put on a striking clinic, and that
Leon
is his
Edwards.
methodology coming in here tonight. He'll try to keep the fight on the field.
And that's why we tune in, right? That's why we tune in. We tune in to see guys that are dynamic.
Going up against one of the greatest
we tune in for the
in the history of the Ultimate Fighting Championship.
The ability to find the jab, the ability to find the right hand, the right kick, the left kick, the knees, the elbows. He truly uses every weapon that he has in his arsenal to try and finish his opponent. You make one mistake, night's over. You cannot make mistakes against a guy that has the striking acumen of this guy right here.
And the jab is not as underutilized a weapon as it was in MMA, say 5 or 7 years ago, but he's got as good a jab as anyone in the business, and that is where all of his striking flows off of. We'll see how it goes for him in this matchup tonight. Leon Edwards has stepped inside the octagon. He is ready to fight.
Here we go.
Welterweight fight. All right, now for the particulars. Here's
crazy to think in this game George St. Pierre is 26, but of course this isn't current day George St. Pierre. This is classic GSP.
This fight is 5 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the former UFC middleweight champion and former UFC welterweight champion and the member of the UFC Hall of Fame, George Rush St. Pierre. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the former UFC welterweight champion, Leon Rocky Edwards.
Leon Edwards, George Rush St. Pierre.
All right, George St. Pierre back on the proven ground tonight. If you've got a Mount Rushmore,
Quote Celebrity Deathmatch. Let's get it on.
This is the challenge that they want to see if their game is good enough to beat Big Prime's GSP.
Well, all you're trying to do is etch your name in the history books. And if you want to be remembered forever, a win over George St. Pierre accomplishes that.
Oh, nice
That's
kick.
not an easy thing. George St.
Let me just turn the volume just a bit more, just so I can actually hear myself. Right, this should work.
Is ready. George.
Oh, and a vicious knockdown on St. Pierre.
Oh, that was a really nice takedown.
Oh, St. Pierre. He's got Edwards.
Edwards gets up. He is back on the feet here. Now St. Pierre's still...
Right, that should work.
Now cut just opened up.
Hear me a bit more. Let's see. Right, that should work. Hear me a bit more. Yes.
Beautiful setup to the leg kick. Another leg kick land.
Go.
Man, how about the crisp box? Kickboxing with Leon Edwards here tonight. It's amazing how much he has improved since his UFC debut.
Nice little back and forth the jab
Established himself as one of the best welterweights in the world.
by Leon Lucky Edwards. Straight jabs. Oh, and down goes Edwards. A nice kick by GSP. Going into side control.
Now, DC, you know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
St. Pierre's cut on his nose is just pouring
Cut
at this point.
across the nose of GSP. Of course, next stream will be back to mute
Gotta be careful here.
when we do Witcher 3.
This man is landing brutal ground and pound.
And busy as he looks to improve position here. Well, still plenty of time to go here in round one, but maybe to the surprise of his
And
opponent,
GSP just
so aggressive.
taking it right to Leon Edwards.
A ton of strikes here early, and
This is, of course, the biggest fight in Edwards' UFC career.
It looks like it's getting going.
somehow, some way he got out.
These guys are back. Submission defense wins this transition.
And of course, the jabs. And... Oh, out cold. Make it money, runny, honey. Oh. Leon Edwards defeats George St. Pierre. Vicious. Here we go again. Oh, face first to the canvas.
We go inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean is going to stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 32 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Leon Rocky Edwards.
Leon Edwards potentially will either face Tyron Woodley or Matt Hughes at the next UFC pay-per-view.
When he got his opportunity, he cashed in, became the champ, and now he's showing that he's getting better and better. He said, look at me now. Yes, Leon, we're all watching you. Knock people out over and over again.
And I'm not sure there's a better striker in this division.
Let me just real quick. Mics. Boom, 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 boom.
Strikers as good. Leon Edwards, though, with a huge result here tonight by KO.
Here we go. Heading into the next match. The welterweight title of the world is on the line.
So here's the former UFC welterweight champion, the chosen one, Tyron Woodley. 4 successful title
Tyron Woodley.
Well for Woodley. Power right hand, outstanding wrestling chops, and really a strategist when it comes to the matchup and how best to approach it.
In everything, in every facet of life, Tyron Woodley is a strategist. He finds the best approach for him, and he makes it work. And it's shown in his ability to be in big fights, in big events, a guy that can win fights in a number of ways. We spend a lot of time talking about Tyron Woodley and his wrestling ability, but he doesn't use it that much because he has a right hand that can put anybody to sleep in the drop of a dime.
Just don't tell him he was the
Tyron Woodley.
He doesn't like it. That was a crazy, crazy night on the
Enters the blood-soaked octagon. Here comes the champion, a UFC Hall of Famer, the Gracie Killer.
For years, the UFC's welterweight division has been among the promotion's strongest, and that is certainly the case here as we get our look at the undisputed UFC welterweight champion as he gets ready to defend the title.
The welterweight champion of the world. He's a star. The guy
Iconic fights with George Rush St. Pierre, BJ Penn, and Royce Gracie, to name a few. The UFC Hall of Famer.
We like friction. We definitely have some of that on our welterweight championship matchup here tonight.
Enters the octagon.
And now our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. And now to get us started, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of the evening. And now, 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship.
I'm not sure if you can hear my voice. Hope you can hear it okay, or at least well. I mean, this is like the first time I've ever done commentary for a UFC show. I have done commentary on WWE 2K. Here we go, again.
All right, so here we are back at the O2 Arena, London, England. We were not here when Leon Edwards confronted Jorge Masvidal backstage, the whole 3-piece and a soda bit, but we're happy to be here tonight.
Matt Hughes in the green, in the blue, Tyron Woodley.
Let me tell you something, man. When you're in the arena, when you're in the O2 Arena, you better be ready to fight.
I'm just going to really quick adjust the mic. Boom. It's hard to tell with the mic. You never know the right levels.
Stage 4 inside the octagon.
Oh, that looks tight to me. It looks like it might be locked in.
Oh, nice little...
It looks like he's done.
Nice choke over on Matt Hughes.
He cleared the leg, got to his back, and now he's out of that dark choke.
The body again.
Knee again goes for a choke. Back to that choke again. Into the choke one more time. Woodley confident he can choke out the Hall of Famer.
They were hip to hip. I thought the fight was done. Great job and awareness by this young man to defend that dark choke.
And he's given up on that aspiration. Oh, nice kick. Leveling the Gracie killer. Head kicks again. Oh! Hughes is out cold. Vicious head kick. Both men thinking the exact same idea, but Woodley. Hits first. And heading into the next PLE pay-per-view, it will be Tyrone Woodley against Leon Edwards. Tyrone Woodley, the new UFC welterweight champion of the world, and he will face Leon Edwards at UFC 7. Oh no, sorry, UFC 6. It's either 6 or 7. One of the two that we are doing. Right, next is for the middleweight championship. Omari Akhmedov.
So here he is, the #1 middleweight contender. He made himself undeniable, and tonight he gets a title shot. We shall see what he can do with it.
He made himself undeniable. You know, nothing is ever guaranteed. Sometimes you got to do more. He just kept his head down. He kept working. Whoever he put in front of him, he beat him, and ultimately he finds himself on the verge of a championship. The preparation has been thorough. The preparation has been very intense, and he feels like they have done everything necessary to become the champ tonight.
Now, most people would argue right now the UFC's 185-pound division has never been stronger.
Of course, make sure to check out tomorrow's stream on the Stream-A-Thon, Day 4, the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Make sure to check out all my socials, Instagram, Kira Slaying, Twitter, @MusesLilBitch, YouTube, Goddess_Kira, and Twitch, @goddess_Kira. Hit the follow. Make sure to keep up to date with schedules, all up to date. So when I go live, make sure to hit the follow button on here so you won't miss a stream. And if you do, just subscribe to the YouTube channel and you can catch the VOD on there.
Making the walk tonight as a middleweight. A lot of people think eventually he's going to be a UFC champion, and he's got a big fight in front of him tonight.
I mean, this guy's a monster. You know, from his mindset to the way that he competes. Khamzat Chimaev is one of those guys that passes the eye test. The moment you laid eyes on him, you said this kid has something.
Here is the UFC middleweight champion, Khamzat Chimaev.
He has great cardio. The guy has it all. And I'm so excited to once again watch him compete and sit here in his seat and call his fight.
The work ethic has never been an issue, perhaps the diet at times when it comes to getting down to 170 pounds, but this man is a problem and ready to impose his will here tonight.
Of course, Russia and the Soviet Union, a lot of great fighters. The Klitschko's, Fedor Emelianenko, Khabib Nurmagomedov.
All right, now for the particulars inside the octagon of Bruce Buffalo.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of the evening. For the undisputed UFC middleweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Amari Wolverine Akmadon. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, Khamzat Chimaev.
Here we go. Akhmadov Chimaev, UFC middleweight championship of the world, and a great overhand by Chimaev. It is over just like that. A vicious knee.
So what a moment in this man's career. A huge finish in front of a capacity crowd. After party's going to be on fire. How about it?
I mean, I'm just sitting here stunned. Because to watch a young athlete have a performance like this was really amazing.
The knee.
His ability to close the show, it was next level.
Straight flush on the head.
We go to Bruce Buffer for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Deans called a stop to this contest at 27 seconds of the very first round.
27 whole seconds.
The undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Khamzat Chimaev.
You heard it there from Bruce. Khamzat Chimaev, your winner by TKO. And I thought he fought really well tonight, didn't force the issue, and when he saw an opportunity to close the show he did.
You cannot be hurt in front of Khamzat Chimaev. He's like a lion in the jungle, man. When he sees that you're wounded, he knows.
Next up, it is the UFC Women's Bantamweight Championship. Kayla Harrison, the challenger. Amanda, the Lioness Nunes, the champion.
Folks, here we go, and what a miraculous run it has been for this 135-pound woman. She fought for the belt back in the day, didn't get the title, everybody left her for dead. Look at her now. She never believed that she was done. She knew that she would get back.
At the prior PLEs, Amanda Nunes has beaten Valentina Shevchenko, Miesha Tate, Holly Holm and Rowdy Ronda Rousey. Here she comes, the UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion.
Right, so Amanda Nunes all smiles as she makes the walk here yet again. That was a total domination of Juliana Pena midway through 2022 to get her title back. 50 to 43, by the way, on one of those judges' scorecards.
That's absolutely incredible. I mean, that is a 7-point scorecard. You don't see those very often in mixed martial arts, but I believe that fight warranted that score, and it showed who Amanda Nunes is whenever she's firing on all cylinders. She can do it all. She's a fantastic grappler, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. She has tremendous power, and her striking look fantastic.
Of course, the next match card I will be doing will be 11 matches just like this, and will be potentially away from the O2. So the new fighters I made, like T. Hughes, A. Livingstone, M. Hughes, etc. Tough shit, you're going abroad, motherfuckers. This time, instead of a train you're going down, you're going on a fucking plane.
Now for the official introductions, the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of the evening. For the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Kayla and now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, Amanda the Lioness
Herb Dean, third party in the Octagon tonight. Right back at the O2 Arena here in London, England, and man, are you royalty around these parts. I mean, you can barely make your way to the Octagon tonight.
Body shots, I don't know why Amanda Nunes has gone down for the body and the legs. Wasn't Kayla Harrison taking it right to Nunes? Knees now. We already seen the dangerous side of knees in the middleweight title match. 27-second knockout.
Leg kick is there. She lands another leg kick.
Oh, and Nunes rocked. Harrison taking it to Nunes. Oh, side of the head. Oh, interesting camera there.
Back to her feet now. Good sign for her there.
Already bleed the blood on the head. Oh, armbar.
Ooh, that looks tight.
Looks like it's getting tight.
She's got her back now, DC, and I don't mean she's like there to support her, right? She is literally on her back and in control of this fight.
She's in control of this fight. Look at her start trying to slide.
Oh, and a vicious back and forth with the punches.
Well, you know when Amanda Nunes cracks that wry smile that she has found.
Nunes getting a bit more cocky as the match, or the fight rather, goes on.
I mean, for as many times as we have seen her look amazing, she's never looked this good. I will say that the performance...
Nunes again, cocky, brash. Oh, nice little roll. Both women in the mount. Oh, vicious knockdown by Harrison. This could be a huge upset, but it's not. Amanda, the Lioness Nunes, is still bantamweight women's champion. Down goes Harrison. Once again, Nunes. Top of the women's bantamweight scene.
4 minutes, 40 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, and still the undisputed UFC bantamweight champion of the world, Amanda the Lioness Nunes.
I mean, that was just insane. We look to our left, see the reaction from Dana White and Hunter Campbell. Amanda Nunes by knockout. Don't need no judges more often than not when she fights.
All right, the actual core main event. The UFC Light Heavyweight Championship. Tito, cross my arms and stand there like a fucking melon. Ortiz.
Right, so it all comes down to this, ladies and gentlemen, as we set our eyes on the #1 light heavyweight contender. Daniel, I often say the greatest part of this job for you and me is seeing a non-champion break through and strike UFC gold for the first time.
Yeah, you bet. Because you watch these athletes over the course of the fight week try to wrap their mind around how big of a chance they have.
Tito Ortiz, he hasn't fought since 2018. His last fight, a victory over Chuck Liddell. Of course, Tito has had some legendary fights of his own. He's fought Chuck Liddell and Ken Shamrock, to name a few.
So Israel Adesanya obviously was mashing through the middleweight division until his rival Alex Pereira showed up. But as he gets back on the proving ground here tonight, DC, most people believe on any given Saturday night, this is still the best middleweight in the world.
Well, he's proven it time and time again. He has been the man for so long, it would seem hard for him not to operate in that space. But because he believes in himself, because
there he is, Israel Adesanya, cover star on UFC 4, the 2020 EA game. Some legendary fights of his. He fought Anderson Silva. I'm just the more that Bubsy pilot comes into my head, the more I just think I much preferred watching Sonic Underground. That one episode I put on yesterday's stream.
All right, now let's get you our tail of the tape for this
So much more better.
Championship fight. Now for the official introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of the evening. And now, 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Light Heavyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, the People's Champ, Tito Ortiz. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, Israel, the last airbender, Adesanya.
Here we go, co-main event, Israel Adesanya, Tito Ortiz.
Has crossed into the UFC in years. He is known as an outstanding kickboxer, and as such, a lot of his UFC opponents are going to try to take him down, as his past victims will attest. That is a whole lot easier said than done.
Oh, and Israel rocked by Tito.
He's still on his feet, but he's not up by much.
Massive left hand.
Oh, and a vicious kick.
These guys trying to finish.
Knee.
Back to the feet now. Frantic pace early on to this one. Ortiz is in half guard. Oh, great job by him there to reverse things and get the dominant position. Oh, really using his reach advantage as he landed the jab there. And both fighters exchange in the pocket. Israel Adesanya.
Oh, flush. Adesanya. Trying to brutalize
All right, he's got the hooks in. He's
Tito. Oh, Ortiz. But Adesanya.
Oh, reverses the position there. Nice transition by Adesanya. Takes his back now. So pretty good recovery by the opponent after getting stunned pretty good. Gotta capitalize on those opportunities.
Oh, and Tito's chin could not take much more. Adesanya, still light heavyweight champion.
Saw it coming. So back to the drawing board for him, but for the winner, this is certainly exactly what he was looking for here tonight.
And that's for crossing your arms and standing like a fucking twit. Back in TNA. Seriously, became such a massive wrestling meme. Tito Ortiz.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 7 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, Israel, the last airbender, Adesanya.
All right, so the clean knockout for Israel Adesanya tonight. The last style bender, not forcing the issue as usual, but it is a pretty thing when you put somebody away.
Well, if you press Israel Adesanya, he will put you to sleep. Once again, he proved why he's one of the best fighters in UFC history.
Here we go, the main event, the UFC World Heavyweight Championship. Quinton Rampage Jackson, the challenger, and the Ice Man, Chuck Liddell, the world champion.
It's been a long road back to title contention and a heavyweight championship opportunity for this man, but he has put in all the right work, and a lot of people give him a great chance to get the job done tonight.
You know, when you've been there and you get back here, it's not new. There are a lot of things that are familiar, but how do you change the result? How do you assure that in this time, during this chance, you ultimately walk away with the championship? He's been here before, John. The team's been here before. They are confident that this time they get it done.
And that self-belief is rooted in the preparation, right? He's got speed, he's got power, all the tools to wrest the belt away. We'll see if we have a new...
Quinton Rampage Jackson. He's fought in the UFC, he's fought in TNA, he's even fought in Pride. Last faced Chuck Liddell in a Pride tournament in Japan.
Well, as much respect and appreciation as we have for the skill sets of the lower weight class athletes, there is nothing in pro sports quite like a UFC heavyweight championship fight.
There it comes. Hall of Famer.
Yeah, the champ walks again, and he wears that proudly. Johnny wants to be called the champ. He loves to be called
Some could say the name and the face of the UFC of a bygone era when the sport of mixed martial arts was condemned across the states. Some could say Randy Couture. Some could say Hoist Gracie. Others will likely say Chuck Liddell.
Ready to go, and so are we for our main event. And now let's get you our tail of the tape for this heavyweight.
Here we go, UFC World Heavyweight Championship match. The main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.
Do I have the new UFC? Yes, I have the new UFC. This is the new UFC game, or rather the latest. Unless EA somehow put one out that quick.
And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, the Iceman, Chuck Liddell.
Home concert next week.
And here we go, the main event. Quinton Rampage Jackson, Chuck the Iceman Liddell. Hello, Natasha Crown fan, going concert next week. Oh, nice. Hope you have a good time at this concert. Don't know who you're going to see. Who are you going to see to this concert? And I hope you have a great time at this concert.
Round is underway, and that means keep your eyes focused on the handiwork of the Iceman, Chuck Liddell, one of the most decorated knockout artists in UFC history, and showing that the power is still there.
Of course, I'll talk more to chat once the fight is over, but right now is Chuck Liddell against Rampage Jackson. Main event. We know Daniel Cormier will face one of these two men. Daniel Cormier won a hellacious 3-round match against former UFC world champion Cain Velasquez.
Somewhat surprising to see the boxer not check these leg kicks, right? He felt like it would be a factor in the fight, and the kickboxer is absolutely having his way early.
It's always one thing to say what you're going to do, but to implement those things.
Oh.
To be able to
UFC cards.
very difficult. And to this point,
UFC card. Is that UFC cards? I'm guessing that's Ultimate Team. Similar to EAFC and NHL and Madden. If it is, no. Or if it's like legit physical trading cards, no. I don't collect cards. Nice stomach kicks by Liddell. Trading cards like WWE. No. To answer your question, I don't. Oh, and Liddell is stunned. Oh, and the trademark paw by the Iceman. Liddell trying to go right into. You can see the bruises all over the body of. On Rampage, okay. Oh, nice. I've never really bothered collecting UFC trading cards or WWE. Liddell, right in the back, getting out of that.
did a fantastic job recognizing, man, I have got to get on the offense. From bottom to top to dominant position.
This could go either way between two icons of mixed martial arts. Although Rampage Jackson's more known now because of his son, that one time in a indie pro wrestling event. Liddell, good strategy of going for the body, weakening Quinton Jackson.
Right, there's the end of the round, and hopefully not the end of the fight. He doesn't look as handsome as he did when he walked out. That is a severe gash on his face.
Of course, you can see just the cut on the face, blood on the nose, and on the body is just a crimson waterfall.
Over 60 seconds. We'll show you some replays now from that previous round.
He was on the receiving end of some big blows. And he wasn't.
But saying that Rampage hasn't been a pushover, he has gave Liddell
And his opponent opened up a nasty cut on him. He has got to move his head
a fight.
to limit the damage that he's taking.
Similar to what they did all those moons ago in Japan. Oh, in the stomach of Quinton Jackson.
Strong outside leg kick.
That round of shots, that if you take one of them, if you end the night, that one landed right on the spot.
Well, you gotta think he might be.
Oh! Oh!
Yeah, man, crowd loving it. Just a
Oh my God!
just the way he drew it up. He found the opening and capitalized on it to the utmost extent. Nicely done to finish the fight.
The Iceman has been thawed out.
Here's the buff with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 52 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout and new undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Quinton Rampage Jackson.
Rampage Jackson.
So how about this? We have a new UFC
The new UFC World Heavyweight Champion.
He is the king of the world for a reason. The #1 heavyweight in the world, a guy that possesses knockout power, confidence, and heart.
Let me just real quick check the chat. Trading cards like WWE. Oh well, okay, well I do, and WWE ones. Yeah, I've never really wanted or even tried or felt intrigued to buy trading cards, either WWE or UFC. Even if AEW did one, I wouldn't do it. It just doesn't interest me at all. Like, I can definitely see the appeal, but it's just never been big for me. There you go. Performance of the night, submission win by Daniel Cormier. Well deserved. Performance of the night, KO, Israel Adesanya. And fight of the night, Alexander Volkanovski against Conor McGregor. I don't know. I personally probably would have gave it to T. Hughes and A. Livingstone. That was a barn burner in all the wrong ways. But there we go. The main event is set for the next UFC card. Quinton Rampage Jackson against Daniel Cormier in the main event. The Iceman. Who knows what to expect from Chuck Liddell? But I've definitely done Chuck Liddell more prouder than what he did in his last ever match against Tito in 2018. And with that, I will be creating the new event. So I believe this is going to be UFC 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, because those are like specials, I like to think. UK UFC, the Xmas special. So yeah, UFC 6. And I'm sure people won't mind me just messing around and picking the arena. Yep, UFC 6 Vegas Volition. Alright, let's get everything set. Yep, championship. Yeah, Natasha, quick question. You're going to a concert next week. Who are you going to see at this concert?
By nature and few other artists.
Oh, okay. It sounds like Sounds like a... God, I don't want to sound mean. It sounds like a throwback kind of like concert, like just a Legends show, I guess, to use a wrestling term. Where is Quentin Jackson? He's... Come on, he's...
It's like an anniversary concert.
Ah, makes sense. It's like an anniversary concert. What's the anniversary of, by any chance? Is it anniversary of like their music debuts or something? I don't know. Again, I don't know. I don't pay attention to this stuff. Where is he? Oh, I know. It's probably because... Yeah. I've got to put it in open weight or combined. Their championship. I swear Quentin Jackson is a world champion. I'm glad. Right, let's see. Where is Quentin Jackson? Quentin Rampage Jackson. Upset win over the Iceman, Chuck Liddell. Anniversary concert. Well, I'm glad it's... I have not seen this concert advertised. I'm guessing it's only in the States, unless they are doing tour, like some tours. Could be wrong. Again, I haven't been to a concert in a decade at this point. But again, the last concert I went to was Little Mix, and that was really good. Getting to see your favourite artists that you love was amazing. Even more so in your hometown. It's like, whoa, you wouldn't expect them to come to your neck of the woods. Especially if it's not like a big city. Like... Where are you, Quentin? See, I put open weight on just to make it a little bit more easier so I can just check. There he is. There we are. Quentin Rampage Jackson. And I know who he's fighting. DC. Daniel Cormier, the world title. There's Michael Bisping. Of course, a lot of them are locked behind. You have to buy them. Such as Stefan Bonner, Brock, who's in the game. You have to buy him. Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, who have never fought in the UFC, are in the game. No, Tyson Fury made a WWE debut. There he is, DC. It's time. There we go. Open weight world title match. DC, Quentin Rampage Jackson. Strict championship. Who is going to challenge Israel for the light heavyweight championship of the world? Yeah. Why not? He beat Tito. Why not go up against Chuck? Yeah, strict combined championship, choose fighters. UFC bantamweight, women's. Why is it males, openweight women's, openweight. Hold on, I put strict. Oh, combined, sorry. There we go, strict. Hence why openweight options are there. Women's bantamweight, there we go. Champion Amanda Nunes. Yeah, that'll do. Duran to me. This is just setting up the next card. I'm not doing it tonight, no way. Let's do the featherweight title. No, shit. No, it's featherweight. Featherweight title, Volkanovski. No, not Jose Aldo. Who I believe is retiring this year. Could be wrong. He's locked. Frankie Edgar, Josh Emmett. Let's see, Uriah Faber, legend. Play Guida, Holloway. Oh, baddest motherfucker title. I doubt. Yeah, put that on the card at some point. I had a great one against Connor. Let's see. Shows the highlights of my UFC knowledge when I struggle to even pick who I want to face. Volk. 7-6. 2 more main cards. And yeah, do light. Show off everyone. We've showed off middleweights. I mean, the middleweight title does actually need to be defended. I'm not gonna lie. You're getting a new opponent just because of how fast you knocked out Omari Akhmedov, who I will probably say in this game has now suffered a concussion and will be out for the remaining future. Who is going to step up? Yeah. Why not? Man's got great hair and everything. Look at him. Right, next. Lightweight. I forget who I put as lightweight champion on this. I think I did do Nick Diaz. Oh no, it was Nate. Nate Diaz. We'll just put Max Holloway as champion. Why not? The baddest motherfucker. Yep, Jens Pulver, you can't get him, you have to buy him. Paddy the Baddie Pimblett. And let's see, I think we can combined 5 rounds, welterweight. Tyron Woodley against Leon Edwards. There's DC, there's Nate. Khabib. Tyron Woodley. Yep. Tyron Woodley. Just have to find Leon. There's Chuck. Right there's Chael Sonnen. Leo Makita. Mark Kerr, you have to buy him. Jesus, looks jacked. That. Holy shit. Of course, played by The Rock in, I forget the movie, but he's played by The Rock. Jesus. Fucking hell, that man's huge. Don Fryer. Of course, it's not got everyone in it, you know. Joe's son, for example, isn't in the game. There we go. Leon Edwards. And there we go. That's on the first of the undercard, why not? So now let's get the rest of the other fights now. 3 rounds. Now strict. If he loses, he's got to retire. Same applies to this one. If this one loses at the pay-per-view, he will be forced into retirement. Mind, no titles. 3 rounds. And there we go, let's do first. No, Khabib, God. Battle of the Hughes. There we go. That is the next card all set for UFC 6 Volition in Vegas. There, Volition in Vegas. Viv. There it is, there's the card. The undercard, open weight, 3 rounds. T. Hughes, M. Hughes, kicking off in Vegas at the MGM Grand, which has had plenty of boxing events over there. Mike Tyson against Bruce Seldon when Tupac passed away. Of course, it's had many of UFC events, also at the T-Mobile Arena and the Apex in Vegas. The Flyweight Championship, Joshua Van defending against TJ Dillashaw. The undercard continues on with A. Livingstone against the legend of the MMA world, Royce Gracie. Anderson Silva against A. Cross in a light heavyweight match, sorry. If any of these lose, they will be forced into retirement. Yes. Even if you've got a losing streak in the UFC, you'll be forced to retire. Tyron Woodley defends the UFC welterweight title against Leon Edwards, who won at UFC 5. Max Holloway defends the lightweight title against Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. Kazmat Chimaev in the last middleweight title match, he will defend the middleweight title against Shabutin Magomedov. Alexander the Great Volkanovski defends the featherweight championship against Aljamain Sterling, heading into the main card. There's the undercard main event right there. Tyron Woodley, Leon Edwards welterweight title. Heading into the final 3 matches, it is Amanda the Lioness Nunes defending the UFC Women's Bantamweight Championship against Jerome Durandamy. The Light Heavyweight Championship co-main event, Israel Adesanya against the Iceman Chuck Liddell. And the World Heavyweight Championship is on the line, Quinton Rampage Jackson against Daniel Cormier. Live at the MGM Grand in Vegas. Yes, we have finally convinced T. Hughes, M. Hughes, A. Livingstone and A. Cross to holler their asses from the UK to the US. Get their ass on the plane. I don't care if they're in the luggage compartment. They are fucking going to Vegas and fucking fighting on the fucking card. But that match card will not be kickstarting tonight. It will be kickstarting in another day in the Stream-A-Thon. The next stream will be The Witcher 3. Make sure to tune in 8 PM tomorrow. And don't forget to follow me on all my platforms, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and of course Twitch. With all that being said, we will save and continue. And we'll go to settings, audio, and just real quick check my mic. Yep, works fine. All the way up. Real quick, I'll show the tournaments. I think I only did one tournament though. Oh no, I didn't do. Continue tournament. Oh yeah, I never continued the tournaments. UFC 6. Volition in Vegas. It will air. Gotta check. Okay, March 27th. So that is March 27th, 2026, 8 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, UK time, whatever. Make sure to tune in for UFC 6, Volition in Vegas, at the MGM Grand in Vegas. Headlined by Daniel Cormier against the UFC champion Quinton Rampage Jackson. With all that being said, make sure to check out my Instagram. Kira Slaying. Check out my Twitter, Muse's Little Bitch. Check out my YouTube, Goddess_Kira. And check out the Twitch, Goddess_Kira. Follow them. You keep up to date with schedules, when they'll go live. Of course, if you already follow me on Twitch, you'll know when I go live because you'll get instant notifications in your emails. And just look forward to the next day. We are doing day 4, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Day 5 and 6 will be the last time you'll see Dragon Age content. And March 27th, we will be back on UFC with the 6th PLE, pay-per-view, whatever you want to call it, Volition in Vegas. Can't fucking wait to do that stream. Can't wait to just beat the shit out of people. But yeah, make sure to tune in tomorrow, the next stream, Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. We may finish the game, we may not, we may make a little bit more progress. Make sure to also check out my streams on YouTube. You'll see all of the VODs there on YouTube, such as day 1 where we did Jurassic Park Classic Games Collection, day 2 where we did Bubsy the Perf in the Perfect Collection, and you'll see this more likely exported to YouTube with a few edits, such as me checking out my mic and going blah 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 blah. Suppose I could play some outro music, something in between, the streams. I do have an outro, actually. Hold on, I do have an outro. Let's... And it is Hoshigasoro o Yokogiro Toki Shato ni Taishiote Aisatsu Soro no o Wasora Nade Kudasai. And that means when the star is shooting across the sky, don't forget to drop on by in chat and say hi.